We have a long list of words for Donald Trump: businessman, madman, dictator, or fool. But the more we use them, the more we realize they don't quite reach him. He has become a definition unto himself. This creates a unique problem for those trying to understand him. When a leader stops acting as a person and starts behaving as an unpredictable phenomenon, it challenges our basic understanding of political personality. Consider his claim regarding the papacy, asserting that he personally placed the Pope in his seat and expecting gratitude in return. It is an attempt to claim authority over the world's oldest institutions. This behavior echoes the arrogance of Louis XIV, who famously declared himself to be the state. For a modern leader to adopt this mindset represents a boundary-crossing ego that presents a genuine challenge to our psychological studies. On social media, his supporters often frame him in divine imagery, suggesting a second coming. It is a digital space where political leadership is replaced by a religious-style devotion. This devotion sits in stark contrast with a very physical reality. The same individual oversees the launch mechanisms for a nuclear arsenal. Looking at the scale of this power, we have to ask why there is no mechanism and no individual within the world's most powerful nation capable of offering a meaningful check on these impulses. We are left watching a global leadership that feels increasingly chaotic, where the survival of established norms is left to chance rather than rational oversight. There is a striking silence coming from the United States Capitol. The thinkers and lawmakers who talk most about human rights have largely failed to perform their historical responsibility of checking this power. This absence of action is even more visible at the United Nations. A body designed to serve as a global peacekeeper appears unable to intervene or even offer a strong condemnation. International courts and diplomats follow a similar pattern. Faced with aggressive shifts in policy, they haven't managed to throw even a metaphorical pebble to slow the progression. When faced with absolute confidence and a total lack of shame, our vaunted global systems of justice seem to have lost their ability to function. This vacuum of authority allows domestic slogans to take on a global momentum. The drive to make America great again has moved from political rallies to an active geopolitical strategy. We can see the targets of this momentum on the map. It starts with the ongoing pressure and tragedy in Palestine. The radar extends further, highlighting Iraq and Syria. This isn't just about single events. It's a list of nations drawn into a broader sphere of influence. All these vectors point toward a final destination, a direct confrontation with Iran. The silence of our international institutions has turned a local political madness into a reality that threatens to reshape entire regions. Focusing entirely on the man himself misses the bigger picture. Donald Trump is a symptom, not the root cause. The real issue lies in Western material civilization. Decades of prioritizing physical wealth and material gain have eroded our collective sense of human dignity. This leader is the endpoint of that system. He is a product of a culture that has focused so much on material growth that it has lost its moral constraints. We are watching the manifestation of a civilization that has traded its soul for power, producing leaders who reflect that emptiness. Because our institutions have failed to act, the only remaining check on this power is individual courage. This madness can only be stopped by those who refuse to bend. Places like Gaza and Iran have become contemporary symbols of this resistance, choosing a path of self-respect over submission. In this era, true life belongs to those who aren't afraid to risk everything for their dignity. It is a lesson learned from the front lines of conflict. Human beings are meant to stand upright. When we choose to stand with our chests out rather than crawling in fear, we regain our status as humans. The status of a free human being is higher than any political office. If we choose to stand tall, even the most daunting political phenomenon will eventually fall.